What's up guys, D-Life-HD here. In this QuickCast, we touch on both teams' previous games. We preview the Bulls at Nets game, the matchups, we predict the winner, and who I predict will have standout performances. Let's get into it. The Bulls are coming off of a huge loss to the Timberwolves in a match I thought was actually going to be closer than it really was. A few factors came into play that I didn't really foresee, even though I did predict that Nwaba and Portis would have big games, and they did. The only other starter on the Bulls who showed up was LaVine. The rest of the team just didn't show up. It's inexcusable, really. The other thing that completely tipped the scale towards the Timberwolves was, like I said, the play of their bench, especially Jamal Crawford, who completely torched us for 19 points. The other thing that caught me off guard for some reason were the tanking choices that Fred Hoiberg is making. He's not making fourth quarter choices to win the game. He's making choices to get young players playing time, aka tanking choices. I should have known this by the starting lineup, but for some reason I didn't consider that into the picture. With the loss last night to the Timberwolves, the Bulls have now lost 3 straight and are about to face a Brooklyn Nets team who is in the race for a lottery player as well. This will be interesting because it's a who can suck the worst type of game. The Nets are also coming off a 15-point loss to the Hornets on Thursday, so they're well rested and playing at home. Alright, let's talk matchups. First, the matchup at point guard, Chris Dunn versus Spencer Dinwiddie. This is a pretty even matchup at scoring, with Dinwiddie averaging 13.6 points per game and Dunn averaging 13.5. Dinwiddie is also a better passer by a little bit, averaging 0.4 more assists than Dunn. But Dunn is a better defender and rebounder with 4.6 rebounds per game, 0.4 blocks per game, and 2.0 steals per game. However, Dinwiddie is coming off a high of winning the skills challenge in the All-Star game, coming off of a decent game versus the Hornets. I expect this matchup to be close, but Dinwiddie takes it. Up next, the battle at shooting guard. Zach LaVine versus D'Angelo Russell. Physically, both of these guys are about dead even. Athletically, too. Both are good shooters, with LaVine averaging about 1 more point than Russell at 16.9 points per game. Russell is a slightly better passer, and LaVine edges out Russell by 0.8 rebounds per game. LaVine is a better 3-point shooter by a large margin and is also a slightly better defender. I give this one to LaVine. Now the battle at small forward. David Nwaba versus Allen Crabbe. Physically, this battle is much closer than it's been for Nwaba since he began starting games at small forward for the Bulls. But Crabbe is a better shooter, averaging 5.7 more points than Nwaba, a better passer, averaging 0.4 more assists, and a better rebounder, averaging 0.2 more boards per game than Nwaba. Nwaba barely edges him out in steals and blocks by 0.1 in each category, so I'm going to give this one a Crabbe. The matchup at power forward is going to be really interesting. Lauri Markkanen versus DeMar Carroll. This one is honestly pretty close as well, though physically Lauri has DeMar beat in height and weight, plus Markkanen is much younger. Scoring is pretty close here, with Markkanen averaging just 2 more points than Carroll at 15.3 points per game. Carroll is a slightly better passer, averaging 0.7 more assists, and Markkanen is a slightly better rebounder, averaging 1.1 more rebounds than Carroll. Markkanen has a slightly better field goal percentage at 43% to Carroll's 40.5%, but Carroll does edge out Markkanen from the 3-point line at 35.8% to Markkanen's 35.4%. They both break about even defensively. I'm giving this one to Markkanen. Last but not least, the battle at center. Cristiano Felicio versus Jarrett Allen. For the first time since he began starting games for the Bulls, Felicio is not overly outmatched. Allen is a better shooter and rebounder than Felicio, averaging 7.6 to Felicio's 3.8 points per game and averaging 5.1 rebounds to Felicio's 2.7. Allen is also a better defender, edging out Felicio in both blocks and steals. I'm giving this one to Allen, but just by a little bit. Felicio hasn't played very well in the past few games. I don't expect that to change. Brooklyn wins this one 3-2 in terms of starters matchups. Their benches are also about even. Honestly, this game is about who wants that lottery pick the most. These type of games are super hard to pick because once again, we could be leading the game and Fred puts out a lineup with Campaign, Noah Vonleh, and Cristiano Felicio just to get the loss. If we were playing our regular lineup, the Bulls would easily win this game, but we're not. So I'm giving this one to the Brooklyn Nets because they're playing at home. Anyways, don't be like me, don't lose to the Brooklyn Nets by 20 points. Seriously, the refs were calling everything on me. And Lynn was hitting everything as well. It was ridiculous. Never again, I tell you, never again. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And make sure and follow me on Twitter and Facebook for daily posts. May the tank be with you. Peace.